welcome to another episode of Grad Talks. So we have an opportunity to have with us Mriganka Roy. Currently, Mriganko sir, I can say so. Mriganko sir is based on UK. He had a great journey from SIT from Siliguri to the United Kingdom. So today we will have a nice conversation with him. And thank you, sir, for joining with us and welcome again. Before that, we have something for you that I like to share. I hope this will give you some bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah,
And first of all, sorry to interrupt.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
sure,
won't
sir.
prefer to call myself as a sir. Okay,
Okay,
like,
okay, okay.
let's keep it as informal. Okay,
Okay,
so that
no
it would be
worries.
good.
Yeah, so we can go for Dada and Bhaiya then.
Yeah, yeah, that would be fine.
Okay,
Please.
so we have a small. Yeah,
Hi Mriganko, hello, how are you? Uh, 2018 and now it is 2025. A long
26.
journey. So you have joined ATOS now in Evident and welcome to our Computer Engineer Society in the year of 2018. I think you are also part of this CES family and SIT family. So I hope you will share your beautiful journey. And presently you are in UK, and I watched you in the social media. You regularly uh, touch with different footballs and other activities. Hope we will meet soon. So share your knowledge and expertise of your industries. Thank you.
That was a great one. I didn't expect it.
So this was a message from our HOD sir
Yeah.
from to you. So basically, we recorded it just day before yesterday. He asked
Oh,
us,
nice.
and this was totally for you. Yeah. Okay. So let's say, as you said, to keep it informal, sir.
Yeah,
So Meganko, can
yeah,
you like share a bit of your college experience from Siliguri side, we can say,
yeah.
as
Sure.
a graduate from our college? Yeah.
Okay, sure. So again, like hi everyone, like I'm Mriganka Roy. So I enrolled myself in the computer science and engineering course in the SIT in 2014. So and then like honestly, I didn't have much idea about the computer science course like altogether because I was not familiar with any programming language back in that time when I joined. So I had to do like lot of hustling and bustling. And since like I am from a Bengali medium background, okay, like initially I faced little bit of challenges while speaking in English. Like although in SIT we had like language lab in two of the semesters actually. I think in first semesters we had and fourth or third semesters we had, if I'm not wrong. So there in the language lab, although I was fumbling like while speaking in English. Although right now I'm not that much good, but still like I gained some confidence. Like I had to take separate classes, and like that was pretty much it. And like regarding the like job interviews and all, I had to take separate. I had to prepare myself actually. Although from the college they conducted some sessions like maybe in the technologies and maybe in the other stuffs also. But I'm mostly prepared by myself. So and some of our faculties like college faculty, especially Anupam sir, Shati ma'am, like they helped me like with their knowledge and guidance. So I'm really thankful. And after the college, and I moved to Bangalore, and I had to look for jobs and opportunities. Initially, it was really difficult because like Bangalore is a quite an
Yeah.
expensive city, and language and other things are also
Barriers.
there. Yeah. So but after that, after like some part of struggle, initially I joined a startup company and I worked there for, and that through a friend's connection actually. Like he was my roommate there in Bangalore. So then like I worked there almost like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, most likely. But in between that I gave the interview, the company I'm working for right now. So and after that, like I got the letter of intent after a week or so. And in between I also got an interview cleared of Capgemini, but I chose to join Sintel, and currently I'm working there only. So that was just my journey in a nutshell.
So yeah, that's so like as you said, I have one question that is like a main we can say a main point of discussion in our entire college
Yeah.
students among the students we know we can that
Yeah.
is for the language barrier. Like as you
Yeah.
said, you have been be coming from a Bengali medium from our very
Yes.
own like everyone knows it's Siliguri Boys High School.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you overcome and like, and we know, in fact, in UK is totally an like country where no Bengali, no Hindi, just an English we can say as the official language, as far I know. So,
Yeah.
but like, how did you like prepare yourself, and what is the like things that is required for to like someone who is like I can say a bit moderate in English to come up with the professional level and what are the things they should do for that?
Okay. So like I can share like my story and my point of view. So like what I did actually, like it again, like it can be different from like it can be varied from people to people.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So yeah, so the thing is that like since I was like facing challenges, like then like my father used to tell me to like read like more English newspapers and all. Like that was the first and preliminary steps. Then I used to like like listen to English songs, and I tried to like learn, and so that it can give me some idea like how to speak in English. But then later on I realized after joining to SIT is that unless and until I start speaking in English, it won't be like never good. So then I joined some like separate classes in Shiliguri, okay, like some spoken English classes. And then like still till also like I got some confidence, but like yet that was not enough. I feel like in interview I was able to say, in the group discussion I was able to say actually, but I feel that yeah, but I don't have that edge enough, like which the confidence I'm looking for on my side. So then like I start giving interviews and group discussions. Then eventually that I got that edge on me, and eventually that happened. So and and after that when I came to UK, it was not a major problem like for me, because I knew how to speak in English. Maybe the accent wise or some local term wise it would be a bit different, but UK is majorly English speaking
Yeah,
country. And it's again like everything is all about like the mindset. Like if you feel inside your mind like you are confident, so you can ace it everywhere, like I feel. So that's pretty much it. So I didn't find much like difficulty here. Like even like inside our team we have people from different backgrounds and ethnicities. So I don't feel much challenges, like even like in my neighborhood where I'm living right now. So there we have like I know people from the different backgrounds, so we speak and we get friendly, so it's all good actually. So don't worry much. So if you face challenges
hmm.
regarding speaking in English especially, so what I can suggest is that start like get yourself enrolled in any spoken English class, maybe in offline or online. That would really help you. So nowadays you have like plenty of options, since the COVID struck, you can do it online. But back in our days, like that was not an option actually, to be very honest. So you can do it, and and the more you practice and the more you communicate with your friends, so that would really help you actually.
Yeah, actually, I everyone has like it was mainly a major question from the Bengali medium background because yet new initiatives have been taken up by the government nowadays, like 11, 12 in many school. I guess in Siliguri boys also has
Okay.
English medium.
Okay.
I hope so. I'm not particularly sure about it, but some of the schools in Siliguri has English medium. In fact,
Yeah, like
English
Margaret School already has like they
Margaret is totally one from the previous, we can say.
yeah. And also, like as of I knew, like I'm not sure about boys, Shiliguri Boys High School. Also,
Mhm.
I'm an alumni of Shiliguri Boys actually. So like, but back in our times, like Shiliguri Boddakanto Vidyapit, like one school.
Vardhakanti has one.
Yeah. So like they had like the English separate English medium section. So some of our folks I knew back in my time, like they enrolled for the especially for the English medium classes. So I'm not really sure what difference it would make, but they had like they enrolled and yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt like if you get that environment, like that would help you actually. Like if you like hear the English things
Mhm.
like every time, your mind gets prepared. So in a way that would help you, you know. So
Okay. So yeah, actually, I also feel that language barriers is a problem. Majorly, if we go to South India also, then also we face this kind of a problem, especially Bangalore, Chennai.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, that's a thing actually. That's a like a very good thing you said. But like I have been to Bangalore and I have been to Chennai also. Like majorly people consider the as a professional language or the main communication language as English only. So then like you have to be kind of good or like if you even if you are not good, then you have to be at least confident. So majorly what people sees or the interviewer what they sees in you if you are confident enough or not. So like not over smart, just be confident, just believe in yourself.
mhm.
So that would be sufficient enough, I feel.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Right. So like it's totally a perfect feedback for our kind of all the students who are currently pursuing in the BTech and any courses.
Yeah.
And now I'd like go for another question. Like, if you,
Yes.
it's a like a college memories we can say. Like,
Yeah. Yes.
if you get an opportunity to go back to your final year of the college, so
Yeah.
would you do anything that like differently from what did you did on those days?
That's a bit tricky one, but not really sure actually. Yeah, not really sure because like I back in that time, like I almost did what I felt was correct. So, but something worked, something didn't work out. But probably I would be like a bit more, I would get myself bit more focused on the aptitude part, little bit more, I
Aptitude.
feel. So there is a scope that's, I feel the scope of improvement. But apart from that, like whatever I felt good or whatever was necessary, I did it. So,
Okay. So like if we can like streamline also like any favorite memories of yours in our college, any
uh,
such that you would like to share with us?
favorite memories of the college. Uh, you are asking a person who hardly used to attend the college like in the final 2 years, but again, that's a good one. Uh, favorite memory, I would say, like, in the final day of the college, I would say like when I we gave our final exam, and then like our peers basically they used to like tear our pockets like pockets of the shirt, and like and they keep on writing like on our like shirts and everything, and some messages, and they make
Yeah,
like weird drawings and everything. And we knew like this is the ending. Probably after this, like we our paths won't be
paths are
crossed.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that I feel like, yeah, like one journey is completed now. Like let's like get in for another journey. So that I feel like that's a milestone. So That's one way of saying it. And eventually, I feel like that happened because, like, even after almost a month, our college group was pretty much active. But after that, it is dry and it is no longer existing almost like.
You
So it,
you are giving me some goosebumps. Like in some few months, I am also like graduating. So yet, if we see look back to my school groups and WhatsApp groups, yet it was active till 2 to 3 months. After that, it gone dry. Nothing. People are
yeah, yeah,
leaving
yeah.
the group.
Yeah, it will happen like that. Like that's a very funny
We can
and
say
weird
common thing.
thing.
Yet
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah, yeah. Funny and weird thing actually. So initially, like I used to think that yeah, like no matter what happens, like even although like my friends, like back in my college days, like although they chose the different pathways. Actually, some went for the government job preparations, so and some like chose to come with me in the Bangalore. So then like we thought ki, like yeah, maybe no matter what happens we'll be in touch or something like. But after that I saw that it doesn't work in that way. The everyone's timeline is different and we had to move at like with whatever we have. So that's pretty much it actually.
Yeah, that's what like if we see into like we are coming up, so we should also
Yeah,
be
yeah.
ready for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But also like that must not happen. Like may or may not happen at your case also. Like if you just feel yourself lucky, if you have still like good friends, like get is
Yeah.
connected after your college days, then if like so you always you should feel lucky, you know.
So now, like, yeah, if we like as you were saying, like the placements and the
Yeah.
campusing's aptitude. So, like, could you just share us a glimpse of that those days, that era? We can say an era was before COVID, right?
Yeah.
So so how was the environment of the campusings and placements on your time or on those days in SIT or in the market
Okay.
scenarios?
Okay. Market scenarios, honestly, I wouldn't be able to say much because that time, like, I was not really focused on the market, to be very honest. Okay. So I was just focused on just studying, gathering, like, knowledges. That's like, I knew, like, that I could do best, and I worked on that pretty much. Like, my strong points were like pretty much like DBMS or bit of networking and which I prepared from you probably not sure if you follow him, Ravindra Babu Rabula. Okay, so
Yes,
he was one of the guys like whose video like we used to follow back in my college days actually. Even like even in the college days you might have a subject finite language and automata.
This is a like what to say. It gives us nightmare, we can say that subject.
Yeah, like yeah, the same thing happened with me actually, and this guy suddenly came out from no out from the blue moon as a savior, and like then after, and one of my college mate also like they like we attended like we used to do like group studies and all, and so then after like having like just I consumed those videos actually, and then I learned like how it happens the initiate and those kind of things actually, and then I understood. But later on I figured out like that turing machines and all those
Yeah,
things, those are like really interesting, but that time my college days were literally
just
over.
pass kar jaye.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So that time it was no use, but yeah, obviously still it can be useful to me. Like it is a wrong term
Hmm.
to say it is not useful, but yeah, that time it literally gave me the nightmare.
The both the
But
subjects, if we go like flat and compiler design,
compiler design, I can't really recall about the compiler
it
design.
was just the like we can say it was just the advanced
Which
part of flat.
which
Uh,
semester is that? That is, if you can tell me, compiler design.
the syllabus got changed, so if it comes up, then we can go for now at this point we have it in fifth semester. So
Which
at your
semester?
time we can go for like fourth or fifth, like this.
No, seventh semester, I think. Compiler
Seventh
design, which
semester.
Yeah,
or
I don't think we had. Yeah, maybe like I didn't
seven
face
seven
much
seven? Yeah,
challenge.
seven
Yeah,
seven.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think I may be wrong, but didn't face much challenges regarding that. So, but networking has like computer networking had a quite a vast syllabus actually. So I had to go like I solely rely on that YouTube videos and just like all the YouTube videos continuous watching and watching and the courses by the Ravindra Babu Rahula and like other also some videos were there. So then I used to watch it and I used to make notes and then I used to go for the organizer. You
Organizer.
probably
Yeah,
know
now
what,
also it
yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
We also do that.
So like what I like knew about organizer is that if you solely trust on organizer, you
Huh.
can't really pass. Okay,
Ha
or
ha
you
ha.
can pass, but in organizer you will see all the sets of question papers, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So what you have to do is like just get your own concept and try those question papers actually. Don't
Yeah.
rely on the answers given. Some answers are given correct, some are wrong.
Yeah.
So
Especially if
just
we go for the DBMS and all.
yeah. So in that way, like I cleared it, like and when I just worked on this like bit more tactically, so then I got the results actually coming up. So that was good. But before the sixth sem, my results were pretty much average actually. Like I couldn't even go into the eighth thing actually. So I was really anxious at point like my average wouldn't be eight. Like what can I do? So
Uh,
that was scary
Nowadays
moment.
we have one more guy like in YouTube that like everyone watches. That is Gate Smashers. If you come up,
Oh,
it's his name is Varun something. Varun. And Ravindra Babu, as you said, Ravindra Babu's videos got private actually. Most of his
okay,
videos.
okay.
So that's the thing.
But like, did you check in the YouTube? Like,
Yeah,
is
I
it
got
like
my
really got?
Ravindra Babu. Like I got the feedback from my team, those who are watching this. So they told me at this moment that they
Oh, those are
just
private.
yeah, those are private.
Oh, then really like bad luck for you,
We
because
have Gate Smashers nowadays. Like
okay,
he's going on, and some others in ASO Academy,
okay.
and that's all.
Yeah, although like Ravindra Babu like coached, used to coach even nowadays also he like coaches for the gates. That's the primary objective is the gate only. But like I was not really like keen on for the
Gate.
clearing up the gate actually. My objective was a bit different that time.
Yeah.
So so like my thinking was like just to clear the semester exams, and to obviously clearing up the
Yeah.
concepts, like obviously
Yeah.
not in
Yeah.
some blind way, and to get as much marks as possible, so that at least my average would be respectable at somewhat like eight or something above. But end of the day, I did it, so that's a happy part.
So, like, as from you said, like CGPA. So, how much do you feel like maintaining a proper CGPA of 8, as we get to hear it from our college,
Yeah,
especially from the TPO, from the professors, that
yeah,
8 যাতে CGPA টা থাকে, নাহলে চাকরি
yeah.
পাওয়া মুশকিল. So,
uh,
so that point of view, like you have been working in the industry. So, what do you
yeah.
feel like? How much is it required? That how much CGPA?
um See, that is required. I won't say that is not something required. So what you can do is um, um, see, like some companies they like solely like restrict it so that they can selectively like select the people actually they are looking for. Like for
Hmm.
example, maybe Robert Bosch, like previously they used to select some criteria, give some criteria like 70%.
Hmm.
70%, I mean, like that time it would be like on average I think 7.75 or 7
Yeah.
CGPA in on average. So they like sometimes it would be a bit tricky for us to understand, or Intel or Google. I'm just giving some names actually.
Hmm. Hmm.
So like these companies have some specific criteria, but apart from that, if you look for the service-based companies, right? Like for example, you have Accenture,
Hmm.
then our company like Atos or
Hmm.
Eviden, or you have Infosys, Wipro, uh,
TCS.
yeah, TCS, LTI, Mindtree, L&T,
Hmm.
L&T Technologies, like Cogni. Capgemini. So this company is like if you have the 60% on an average, like, and while giving the exam, if you don't have
Mhm.
any backlogs, then you are good to go. Not sure if you like you need to check that what is their recent criteria again, but that was pretty much there like when I was appearing for those examination.
Mhm.
But once you go into like the IT industry, and once you become the experience as an experienced candidate, so that then what matters is that like what's your skill sets are, and what kind of like certifications you have, and what the technologies you have been working into, all those things like that matters. Yeah, marks matters like for the HR verification and those stuffs, like marks matters. But if you maintain like 60-65%,
Mhm.
and then after that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, nowadays also still I guess many like we can come up to like the product-based companies have a more criteria than a service-based company. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah, you can say that. But nowadays, I feel that it has been like a bit easier as a
to
fresher
progress.
to to get into the product-based companies, because they are hiring more, and they have been lot. There are lots of avenues actually. So
Okay,
even they sometimes they hire as an intern also, and later they become full time.
full
Or
time.
sometimes even if you don't become a full time, you have the intern experience, and you can encash it like in case of applying for any other job interviews. You can
Mm.
mention in your resume that yeah, I have been intern and I have worked there on this and this. So
Mm.
that's an added advantage for you. So that is one way. And regarding the campus placement, that time, like I just prepared. I went for the
India
indiabricks.com.
books. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
then I,
aptitude.
yeah, for aptitude purpose and all. Then I had that book like Arun Sharma for aptitude, quantitative aptitude, and then like
Then
RS
RS, no,
RS
RS.
Agarwal. Yeah, RS Agarwal. So then for the logical reasoning and all. So these are the like very basic things which I have done, like just to practice little bit and all. So
Mm.
that's what I have done. In the college, like I used to clear like some of the interviews I have cleared, but in the final round I didn't hear back from them. Not sure really what happened. So
So
after
just
that,
sorry to interrupt. Like you want to say that did not get back like ghosted after the interview.
ghosted is one way of saying it, like because like there was one interview like happened. Like, I can't exactly recall what's the name of that company. We went
Okay,
for at the Inspiria campus actually for the interview, and that
okay.
was on which date it was? I think 14th of Feb 2018.
Oh, it
So
was a good day.
then yeah, of course, good day. Like it was Champions League game between Real Madrid
Yeah.
and PSG. So then like and on that day like we went, and it was a video conference actually. Although like we have been informed by our TPO that it would be a pretty much HR thing, but we were asked the technical interviews in more detailed technical. But although in the SIT compound we had the technical interviews like beforehand, so I think in that later on when I like did the repetitive, queries with my TPO, then later he informed that only one guy from our college cleared it, but he didn't join it for some personal reasons. So that was it. So I'm not really sure. Like although the interview went decent, but
Mhm.
not really sure like what went
No,
wrong.
some of the companies, like one of my friend also recently, like as we are going on with the campus things, right? So one of the company, they had their entire process online. Okay, so but
Yeah.
at the end of like, I guess so most probably Jalpaiguri Government College was with them. So
Yeah.
they produced the results for the Jalpaiguri, but till date that guy did not know that what is his result. So he
Okay.
gave the
Which
HR also.
company it was, if I may ask?
I had to see because just a second. Something
Sure.
work from home, I guess. So just a second. Let me check.
Company name you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Most probably it is just a second. Let me check. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the company name is Stribo. Okay,
Okay.
Stribo. It's a I guess it's a startup. I guess it's a
Maybe.
startup.
Okay.
So there are many companies, and after the COVID, the scenario changed. Like as previous you said, many companies used to come at SIT, and now as it's a full campus, so entire Techno India group, majorly we have to go in Kolkata,
Yeah.
or we can say like we have to go with the online process. Many
Okay.
companies have switched to the online thing. So some companies are like gives the result within 2 days, and some companies doesn't give the result ever.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. Okay.
50 के ऊपर तो फॉर्म ही फिलअप कर चुके हैं, वी कैन से लाइक हाँ इसका ये कंपनी का आया है, ये फिलअप कर लेते हैं, उस कंपनी का है उसका भी कर ले, बट
No, this happens actually. While you are applying as a fresher, like you will feel like this kind of problems. Actually, I won't say problem. Like take it as a pinch of salt, okay? Because like this kind of experience are obviously required. So back even like I can say from like my standpoint that when like we used to during my campus placement time, I thought ki like and we were hopeful like because we got the NBA accreditation at that moment.
ओके
So that time the more companies would come. Okay. So and some that would be like dedicated for like SIT, you know. So but eventually when the campus placement and everything like was like finished, so that time we saw that like at a stretch a company hardly hire like multiple people actually, there was only some selective cases, but very selective one. Even like TCS came, that technical happened. Technical I means the aptitude happened
एफटी
at that. Yeah, that in our compound, but only three guys were selected, but two chose to join there. And I think there was an organization named as Airgod. There are a handful of amount of people joined. They're selected. Not sure what happened later on. But other cases, like in comparison with our batch, the previous batch's campus interview was more like better actually, in a way that lot of folks got selected in Amazon in non-tech. But that was the scenario. But in 2016 I feel that lot of companies came, and that was pool campusing or on campusing, I'm not really sure, but lot of folks like got placed. Okay, so that was the thing. So when the as the day progressed during our campus placement timing, I somehow got the hunch that it's not gonna happen with me. So I should later focus on something else. So
लाइक why did you get that, if I can
yeah,
ask?
because like in the companies was not coming, right? So
Okay.
if the companies were coming, at least like I would say like yeah, I would make something out of it. For example, like Bangalore. In Bangalore, like when I went to Bangalore, then at the first week itself only, there were plenty of interviews going on. Like there was a Facebook group like through which we used to get the notification like where the the
Interviews.
hiring or yeah what those things were happening. So and then through that only we joined some WhatsApp groups also. Then we used to get the notification, and then I used to prepare myself and rush. In that way it was happening. So in the first week only, like I attended two interviews, but one in the both cases I got rejected in the final round. One case like that was a non-take only.
Okay.
I was informed by the HR that I'm overqualified. That was a really funny one. So, like after waiting for almost 9 to 10 hours and completing all the process, if you hear that you are overqualified for the job, like that is really shocking. So and I attended another interview that was a game testing company in the Bangalore. So then, I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's a game testing company. But since that time, like I was not a very keen on gaming, so I had very minimal knowledge on the gaming. So that's why I didn't clear that technical round. But before that, I cleared all the rounds. So the technical and HR round was together. So I got struck there. and eventually attended like some of the interviews, but in between the Bangalore time I got struck like some for some personal matter, so I couldn't totally focus on the job interviews and all. So then, like, and in Bangalore, the job interview process and everything that used to be really lengthy, I would say. So if you go like in the
Mm-hmm.
morning, your whole day is gone,
Okay.
and that used to happen with me almost nearly every scenario. Hardly like I used to come like within like some like lesser time actually. So like for example, I went to Accenture. I went there like around what time? 10 or 10:30. My exam happened at 7:30 in the evening. Yeah, and the whole day I was doing nothing, like just sitting. Just when I used to inquire with the receptionist, like when then she was like, "Yeah, your number will come." Then later on, like I had to request her, like, yeah, like as whole day I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even eat something or didn't even drink because I was like, if I go to washroom and my number comes, then it
Okay.
won't. Yeah, then the whole point of waiting is wasted, right? So then I was like, even see, like, I hope you do realize about my
Mm-hmm.
situation. Please, like, arrange something that would be really kind. So then she checked and she arranged some slot, and then I gave the exam. Exam was decent, but next day I contacted the HR and everything. Like HR said, like, yeah, like we'll let you know. Then till date I haven't heard back from
Oh.
them. No emails, no contacts, nothing. So like, but yeah, so that's what happened. That's what really
So,
shocking actually.
so like if you get the email just yeah, just tomorrow, so what will you do with that email now?
But no, but that won't make much sense now, right? That would be just that would be just a meme actually. To be
Yeah,
very
yeah,
honest,
yeah,
even for example, even if I like let's consider like even if I get the email, but that job role was for the fresher role, right?
yeah.
Right now I'm an experienced candidate, so that wouldn't help me either way. So
So,
that was it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, if you say like on 2018, just before the, I can say that time CSE was like CSE, AC,
Yeah.
electrical, all the streams were like full more like भरा हुआ ही रहता था like आज के जैसा नहीं है like जैसे कि सब लोग सीएसई के पीछे दौड़ रहे हैं
Oh,
so
okay. No,
if
I
we
was not sure actually
yeah
because back in
actually
our time, like
yeah
when I joined,
hmm
CSC was like, because CSC like always like, like it used to get volumes, but back in our time, majorly people used to run on the
EC
like core streams like civil like or
electrical
electrical or mechanical like, and that has been the case. And probably if not sure like if you know about it or not, like back in 2014, like when I gave my higher secondary exam, so that time like the condition of like like engineering like
hmm
enrollment like across the West Bengal was really poor. So even like the
okay
Jadavpur University had to like organize their second counseling and everything. So even the Jalpaiguri Government Engineering also. So like a few folks who enrolled for the SIT like attended a few class. I knew a few guys there. So and then they vanished. Probably they joined the Jalpaiguri Government Engineering or some different
okay
yeah cases actually. So that's what happened actually.
so now
So
if you
like
say now the ratio is just completely changed like we have got if I come
yeah,
to a CSE
yeah,
we have 210 students.
200.
Yeah, I will come to you. I will you will be like IT has 60 approx. Okay, so we have got
Yeah.
CSE AIML. It also has
Okay,
40-50,
okay,
and then we yeah these three branches basically we have from CSE we can say
yeah,
correlated branches. And if we
yeah,
come to electrical and civil, we just have 30 to 40 students each.
okay,
So like CSE 210. So each year, 300, we can say 300 students of CSE IT and
yeah.
from the next year AIML will be passing out from SIT itself, 300 engineers.
Because in our batch, like including the lateral entries, I
Hmm.
think we had how much? 90 to 95 maybe?
No,
Hardly.
no. Nowadays, we have got sections. We have three sections.
Of CS.
Yes, yes. We have just three sections of
Back in
CS.
our time, we had just two sections. And like in each section, we had how much? Like 45 each, I think.
We have
Most likely.
66, 66, 67, like that.
Okay. So
And
like just like I found it bit curious. Like, what is the like difference between the main computer science stream and the EIML stream? Like, what is the difference like in the
it's like
like
CSE. It's many things are same, we can say, but
yeah.
like specialization in
Okay.
AIML,
Okay.
CSE in AIML. So they will have
Okay.
some subjects that is like they will have some electronics ECE based subjects. Something are there that like that CS and IT has the same syllabus we have.
Okay. Okay.
So, but CSE AIML has a bit different syllabus. They have like AI lab, they have something else labs and all.
Okay.
And now from this year on, we have a new one more new stream in Macout, in fact, that is
Okay.
electronics and computer science, ECS.
E- Electronics and computer science. Okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
that also introduced in SIT. I don't know what is the ratio of the students,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it also got like introduced, and it's a
So that has
combination.
been already introduced.
Yeah, we now it's the event sem, right? So it got introduced in the outsem this year, 24,
Okay. So
25.
how many folks enrolled for that?
I just can't have the exact number, but
No,
no,
roughly how much?
roughly we can say for ECS, as it was a completely new stream,
Yeah.
so we can go for 30, 40.
Okay.
But nobody is touching CSE. CSE though so far.
Oh,
So
interesting. And how about like electrical or
yeah, that's what I
uh,
said. Electrical, civil. There is civil, but electrical is very less. Electrical we
yeah,
have. If we go on an average of electrical, civil, then electronics like EC. At your
yeah.
time, I guess I don't know whether instrumentation was there.
No,
Now we don't have.
instrumentation wasn't there. Just the
Okay.
communication was there,
Yeah, yeah.
and electrical and civil were there. Like yeah,
Yeah. So now also we have electrical civil. So
yeah.
we will go for an approx of 30, 40 per year.
Okay, okay. Okay, I
So
think little bit decreased actually. Like, but yeah, like back in our time also that was more or less same actually, roughly as of I could recall, maybe. Yeah.
no, but if you see the comparison of the ratio, it's
Yeah.
very less.
Okay.
Like for
Yes.
computer science, it is two, and the IT fields, it is. We don't have even. It's a shortage of classrooms, in fact.
Yeah, even I didn't expect like the figure you told me, like 200 or something like that. Like I didn't even expect like it to be this much and enormous, to be very
And
honest.
in fact, in some like in some few years, in fact, already we got our campus got an affiliation of a new university. So we'll be having a
New
new university
university.
also. Yeah,
Okay.
skill,
Yeah.
knowledge, and fashion university.
I'm sorry. Like, what is that?
Skill, knowledge, and fashion university. So we will be having a campus of
Okay.
university also in our campus. In fact, if you can recall, like we got that ground, cricket ground of SIT,
Yeah. That is just
just
just beside the
the
BCA
workshop.
building, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, beside.
workshop.
Yeah, BCA building.
Yeah. So opposite that, the tea garden. So in that tea
Yeah.
garden, new campus is coming up of university.
Oh, okay.
There are many courses. Now we have a nursing college in SIT.
Nursing college.
Yeah, we have got a nursing college,
No,
Himalayan
because
Nursing.
back in our time, like we had the hospitality management, okay, and that
Yeah.
used to be like in the BCA, MCA building only.
Hmm.
So, and so nursing, I was not really
No,
sure.
nursing
So
is
I
a new one. Nursing is the new one.
yeah.
We have got BSc in cybersecurity, BSc in computer science, BSc in many BCA, MCA to high, MBA,
Oh,
BBA,
interesting.
many like we have got
No,
now.
yeah, BCA, MCA, like these were there actually, like when back in our time also, like which we knew. Even MBA was there back in
Hmm.
my time. So yeah,
So that's what like
interesting,
now
interesting.
CSE. So if you say like as I heard like companies did not come in your time for like
No, companies came actually, like I won't say like it didn't come, but like the point I was
so
trying to make
like
is that
no, no, I just want to like how many percentage you can say like got on campus? How many percent of student from CSIT got
very
on
less,
campus?
less. I would say less. Like if you compare it with our previous batch, then it would be definitely less. And if you compare it with like our previous to previous batch, like that was on the 2016 batch,
Hmm.
like then that would be lesser actually.
Okay.
Because in 2016 actually like they had like really good placements, like lot of folks got into TCS, and
Oh wow.
some other companies came, like Altimetric or other companies
Ultimately,
came.
yeah.
So like like in the SIT you might see like in the placement hall,
So,
like a lot of
hmm.
folks, like they used to like like make a photo frame or something like that,
Aha, लगा
photos
हुआ. Hmm.
photos are there. So that is from there that time only. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just today I saw someone like shared the memories of that inauguration of that TPSL. In fact, in
Oh,
Facebook.
okay. No, maybe someday your photos also will be there. So don't worry about it.
Uh, so yeah, so like if you say like if I go into like 2018, so 2018
Mm.
19, if we go into like the number as you said, only 90 or 80 students were there in CSIT, but there are also a less comparison placement. तो
Yeah,
हमारे
yeah.
हम लोग का भी तो 210 है तो हम लोग का तो 10% 20% ही हो जाएगा फिर.
Yeah, but like I'm not really sure like how the status is right now, or the things what's are happening,
Hmm.
and but I what I can say is that like you have plenty of options at
Yeah.
this moment. Even if you go off with the basics, right, like very basics. So like even like just if you just had like some basic skill sets, like just know on one programming language, maybe
Hmm.
C, Java, Python, or whatever. Just know the some hands-on and
Hmm.
some good conceptual knowledge. Then you can, and if you are good at aptitude, yeah, you have to be good at aptitude actually. So
Hmm.
then you can clear like any service-based companies interviews, like So that's the thing I can tell you. So if your objective is just to clear the job, no matter what kind of job it is. So if it is like, yeah, just I want to get into a MNC,
Yeah.
that's it. So that is the one of the way. But if you feel that ki like, yeah, no, I will go for the non-tech also. So in the non-tech, you technical won't be required. Okay. So then what is required in that case is like your speaking should be really like smart and crisp. Speaking, your attitude has to be really appropriate.
Hmm.
So in that case, like and based on the job profile as well, like back in our time Baiju was hiring a lot. Okay. And some other interviews were also there. Like I forgot, in Bangalore, I attended a few actually non-tech interviews. So then at that moment, what request is that how your points are different from the others, and there can be some situation like where you will feel that like people might be targeting you, or like you are getting cornered. In my case it happens sometimes during the group discussion time,
Yeah.
but you need to maintain your calm, and then you need to prove your point, that how your points are different. Although it is a group discussion, sometimes the points, you might feel that not necessarily, again it will surely happen, is that usually the group discussion turns out to be like a debate, like one side versus another
Hmm.
side.
Hmm.
Okay. So, but
Power.
still, yeah, and like people, some people follows the same point, like which the some other people makes actually, the and just keeps on adding the points. But you need to make sure that your point is bit different if you're adding a group discussion,
Hmm.
and that should be a valid and legitimate one, and the way you are representing that should be also really appropriate. Then that will catch an attention of the interviewer, and rest is depending on the how the interview goes and everything. Yeah.
So I have I can say a few more questions, then we can
Yeah,
wrap up.
sure, sure,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. So one question is that like you have been working in SRE, right? So
Yeah, as
SRE,
a,
so yeah, SRE. So my first offer was also an SRE intern if I come.
okay, okay, okay,
So what is the like the difference you can say between an SRE and an SDE if we say like
okay.
what things come up in SRE that is totally different from SDE and which one you would prefer?
Um, See, there, I can tell you a few things. Okay, like let's talk about like the SRE or the things. So, software development actually, as per my understanding,
Mm-hmm.
it focuses on the like writing or maintaining the codes. Okay.
Yeah,
So, and SRE on the other hand, like it emphasizes the system reliability, performance, and the scalability. Okay. So it is the one way of saying, and you probably heard about like the DevOps role.
DevOps, yeah.
Yeah. So DevOps basically what it does is that it bridges the development and the operations,
Operations,
and
yes.
by ensuring the smooth CI/CD pipeline, like those kind of things, like it does the deployment stuff and all, like through XLR and the or other way. You will get to it like the based on the profile you will be working on, like sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at the SRE like builds on the like DevOps, like, by uh, implementing the reliability best practices, how and automating the infrastructure and like proactively addressing the failures.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would like to give a small example. For example, like you are the DevOps engineer, okay, and you are deploying a code to the production, for example. So what happens is that like after the code is live in the production, I see that at our site there is some issues happening. Okay, I'm from the SRE.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have to do is that I need to report it to you. I need to check like when the issue is coming, and it can be related to the issue and what exactly the error message I need to check in the logs,
Mm-hmm.
and from which data center or which particular pod name it is happening. So the more I get the details, the more it would be helpful to report to the development team or the application team, so that like for their knowledge, so that they can debug it, and in order like they do the again the forward fix, or they can revert back the change. Only two options are there. If the impact is more, for example, since you are implementing in the production level, right, where the
Mm-hmm.
other customers will be also accessing it, so if the impact is more, you can't really afford to, and that it is really time consuming, and you can't really have much solution on the forward fix, and you feel that you need more time, then only option is the back out. But in case of backing out the change, you need to make sure is that like, yeah, like if there is any dependency, and even if you are backing out, any other functionality doesn't get impacted, so that like again after backing out it leads to some another issue. So these are the things that needs to consideration. So SRE role, what it does is that it, like, uh, one of the key part is that vigilant monitoring by checking the logs and everything, and also like setting up the dashboard, alerting properly, so that if anything comes up, that can be like checked quickly, and a prompt action is taken, so that customer impact is as low as possible. There can be, but to ensure it as low as possible, that is just one role I'm just saying. And
Yeah.
also, like, there can be plenty of day to day, like, jobs of SRE which can be manual works. Okay, like for example, like, you might be heard about like Kubernetes, right?
Yeah, Kubernetes. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kubernetes, like there is like, some applications are also there in the Kubernetes. You may find later on actually. So the application pods are there. Okay, right. So it like so what happens is that if you see like for some particular errors that is coming from some particular pods, application pods, you need to restart it. So
Okay.
but you don't have the if you see like particular console, and if you log into the particular project, you see that you don't have the access, then what will you do? So if there is already an automation in place, some API you are calling from some UI, and if the API is up and running, so you can automatically like restart the pod from that application project, from that project, right? So these are just the one of the, this can be one of the examples which can be used like as a, the SRE like stuff actually, which as a automation thing, like just it's a very minimal example actually. So there are other also things, like if you want, then I can also like share, okay, the things actually, like what all the things like we do, like, but majority of the things that is that the system reliability, maintaining the system reliability, uptime, and the
Okay.
performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And also we need to do the incident management, then we need to manage the Jira ticket. Sometimes Jira ticket, it can
Mm-hmm.
be of like business issues, or sometimes the application
Okay.
team routes the Jira ticket to us, like to create a dashboard or the alerting, or those kind of cases. Or some, suppose sometimes, like I said, right, if any production issue happens, maybe regarding some deployment, or any some teams like does any deployment, right? Because in an organization there are plenty of teams, so network team or any sort of team does
Exactly.
any deployment, and as such it leads to a global issue. Or it can happen that only certain teams got impacted, which was consuming their endpoint or something of related to theirs. So what happens is that that can lead to some impact, right? So you need to report the impact, and as such, like you need to make sure that being an SRE, that issue doesn't occur again, or if that kind of issue occurs again, we have something in hand so that we can like detect it early, or we can circumvent it as early as possible. So you need to create a post-mortem for that. By post-mortem, I need
Mm-hmm.
to like I am saying is that like you need to maintain a like documentation, like
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, like how it happened, what actions we took, and what
Mm-hmm.
was the finding, how did we miss it, or what can we do to counter it, if anything we can do to further, to improve our like these kind of things. So these are all pretty much it, so.
Okay. So, like, if you say, like, if we go up, like, many students nowadays goes on the SD, and if we come, like, there are many misconceptions about SRE role.
Yeah.
So, can you like say like about those misconceptions in like a brief in 1 or 2 lines, if we say that that shouldn't be as an SRE?
Misconceptions actually, like regarding the uh, SRE
SRE
or
role.
the
SRE role.
SRE. SRE, okay. So in case of the SRE role, I'm just saying like as per my understanding only. Okay.
Yeah.
So like SRE, like you need some like technical, obviously you need to have some technical knowledge, and again, like based on the company, like, and yeah, based on the company actually where you are applying for it. So nowadays I see like lot of companies are hiring the in the SRE role, for example like Google or
Mm-hmm.
other companies as well. So there you need to have the, based on their criteria, you need to have different sets of skills. But some cases but a programming language knowing is the must. No matter which one, Python or Java or anything,
Okay.
you need to be at least good at like little bit of coding. Okay, some like the fundamentally you have to be good, so that I can recommend. So not every time you need to code, like like in case of deployment or something, but here the main objective is that to the to improve the system reliability and the performance, that sort of. It is not fully on the infrastructure level, but it is mostly on the like mostly on the both like sort of like that, like sort of in the like the mixture level, like I would say, you know
Okay.
but where the ASTA mostly focuses on the development stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
here we don't do that much. We need to just monitor the logs, maintain the reliability, availability of the system, and sometimes we need to do the coding, to automate something. So it is
So
regarding
like
everything.
for if I say like for upcoming like those who want to prepare for reliability engineering and site reliability engineering, so what are the
Yeah,
main
yeah,
subjects or the fundamentals they should be very much strong about if we come on a ranking based?
yeah. Yeah, I can share some like that like for example like fresher graduates, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so the thing is that like one thing is I can say is that writing scripts or automation or anything like maybe in Python or Go, okay, or in the Bash, okay,
Okay.
or terminal, like that
Terminal.
can be crucial. So, and another thing can be like understanding the distributed systems, or if possible, load balancing, then or the database management
Main
systems.
system.
Yeah, that can help understanding the system designing or designing of the scalable infrastructure, like those kind of stuffs. And
And computer networking also.
networking, yeah, networking, like if you know about networking, that would be really great. So for some cases, like in the SRE role, like
Hmm.
they require networking actually. So if you know, like for example, like Cisco might hire like in the networking role. I'm not really sure,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you know networking, like if you have the understanding of networking, that would really like give you an edge, because sometimes you may need like knowledge of the packet capture and networking, that scripts that can help you. And another things that like what can I was saying. Yeah. So, and the technologies like I was saying, like Linux, if you know, like
Linux. Yeah.
the yeah command line. So that is a. I feel that if you know, that would be really great. So, not regarding the SRE also, but in the other cases also, like I think a lot of companies are asking for Linux nowadays, depending on the
Hmm.
job role, but that can help. And if you have the some understanding of the cloud, maybe
Cloud. Yeah.
Azure or GCP or like AWS, that can help, because a lot of things are now
Hmm.
moving to the public
Moving to the
cloud.
cloud. Yeah.
Yeah, public cloud, I mean.
Hmm.
So, and although some companies maintain it in the on-prem sometimes, or sometimes private cloud, but nowadays they're moving to public. So, and then if you have the idea of the containerizations or
Container.
like yeah, or those cases like Docker or Kubernetes, that would be helpful. So, and regarding monitoring stuffs and the logging, which I was explaining to you like little bit
Hmm.
earlier,
Hmm.
if you have the understanding of the Splunk, okay,
Okay.
Splunk also is a like really expensive tool, and Splunk is a industry level tool, like so because it can offer multiple things. So through Splunk, you can create alert, logging, visualization. It is like really like it's a really good tool, but at the expensive at the same time. So right now, like Cisco owns the Splunk. So, but
Okay.
I think some companies are like moving away from the Splunk because of its like spiciness and all.
Pricing.
Yeah, so then you can know like in that case like ELK stack you can know, or
Okay.
Grafana you can know. Okay,
Okay.
so mm, and yeah, if you have the like regarding the CI/CD, if you have the idea of the Git or
Git.
GitHub, so
Version control,
then
basically. We can say.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. That would be the term actually. So then that would be really good. And also like if you have a hands-on project experience,
Okay.
okay, if even if you something like you developed, okay, or maybe something deploying a Kubernetes cluster, setting up a CI/CD pipeline, so or building a personal monitoring system to like showcase the practical skills, okay, then the employers would value you. But that is something, these are all the things like I told you, this would be required like if you are solely moving for the SRE role, okay. So if you just focus on, yeah, I need to go to the, like I need to go and get a job, just job.
Hmm.
These all the things might not be required, but that would definitely certainly help you, because if the
Hmm.
organization you are like work that you will be working into, and you got selected. And if you already had this sort of skills, if you can approach them, and if you can see like in maybe in some part and maybe in some project there is a role for SRE, then you can get in and you can pitch your
Mhm.
skills. So
So like as you said, you went to Bangalore and going for a like off campus. I just got this question from one of my team members.
yeah, please.
So like what exactly tips can you provide for an off campus applying? Like suppose resume
Yeah,
resume में सबको like सबका एक क्वेश्चन रहता है कि resume में क्या लिखे कि एटीएस स्कोर बढ़ जाए क्या हमारा सिलेक्शन हो मतलब ऑफ ऑफ कैंपस में मेरा सिलेक्ट हो जाए एक कंपनी एटलीस्ट मेरे को अगर ऑफ कैंपस में बुला ले तो मैं उस दिन लाइक हो गया तो like we also do apply in many companies in off
yeah, yeah,
campus
yeah.
that
No,
is
I do
job posting
understand.
so
Yeah.
so what tips can you give for an off campus and what thing that it should be written in the resume
um
because on campus से तो बहुत ज्यादा like we can say difficult it is for an off campus
That is true. That is true because like lot of people are applying for it, and at the same time, like, but it is at the same time is ki, like keeping your head calm, like just focus on what you can do best. Just focus on that thing. Don't get nervous. That is the first and foremost things. So, and the second thing that I feel is that like networking is really important here.
okay
Like when I went to Bangalore, then I solely focused on the networking. Like not solely focused on because I knew that like if when I used to go to any interviews, then I met a few folks. Then we used to exchange numbers, and then I used to say like, yeah, if you came across of any interviews, then please let me know. Even I get a chance, then I will also let you know like, yeah, I'm going to
hmm
this interview. In that way, I used to like get sort of a networking thing. Although like I didn't get much from that actually, but which helped me is that in Facebook there was a group like job
group yeah
seekers group.
you
Even
said yeah
yeah, so in right now I'm not really sure like if it is still there or not, but they, like back in that time, like almost three or four job seekers groups used to be there, like MRA job
okay
seekers, Bengali referral group, like this kind of groups used to be there,
so
or
referral
Bangalore
काम
job.
करता है like a referral से अगर like how to approach a senior for referral we can say if
No, since you are fresher, right, the
yeah
referral might not
okay
work, or some cases it may work, okay, depending on the
hmm
organization. So then you need to just approach the senior, like if you see like that is for the fresher. I mean, like it might not directly mention fresher. It may mention that like 0 to 6 months,
okay
or like 0 to 12 months, or sort of. Some cases I have seen.
hmm
So, like there, you can approach them like with a job code, like, yeah, I have seen this experience, like for this experience, it is there.
hmm
Can you please refer me, or can you just give me some insight, like what can be the thing if you have any idea? So, if they refer you, and that would be like a bit helpful for you. So,
Okay, so like if we come up like we are on to the time, so what is the like best part in like in UK? Like you have been staying there for some years, I can say. So what is the
yeah,
exciting and the best part in UK and working as an SRE at Eviden and at OS?
okay. So, like, like I have been like
Serve
part
the
of a,
camera.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
yeah. Now it's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, sorry. So I have been part of a client-based project actually.
Okay.
So then, like majorly, like so I have been working there. Like in the project, I have been working like since the starting. So there only I have been working as a SRE. So like we have to be like sorry, I had to interact with the client, and it was totally a client centric project. And so, and it is a tier one sort of project, so I had to be really vigilant, and I had to aware of the flows, how the application flow works, like end to end. Like for example, like how the down from s-
Mm,
um, from the source to destination, how the flow works, well, if there is any middleware, or end to end I had to know. So like if you don't know, then if any error comes, you won't be able to counter like what is the action item you will be taking, right? And how we will be reporting to the certain teams. So initially I was facing really challenges, like how to do that. But now I got some grip and I had some understanding. There's some fair bit of understanding, I would say, but still I'm learning. So that is one way of saying it. But in UK I came, like initially it was
Mm-hmm.
like work from home, but now it has been hybrid.
Okay.
So now I had to like I have to go to office actually, like and but then the environment is really good. So and they are supportive, and like there is a learning opportunity also, and that's pretty much it. But not many major difference. I like I would say just it's everything about like learning and growing. So that's pretty much it, I would say.
Like, if we come up, then like, if you get an opportunity to like relive one college day, so can you just tell me like which day it would be and why?
Really? Okay. One college day, right?
Hmm. It's a very like it's almost I guess so 5 years and here 2 years, so 7 years back and 10 years back you.
Not really sure, like how I would say it, because I can't really say anything, like because in inside college I hardly had any like that kind of touching memories, to be very honest.
So
So
like
that's my,
if we come up with like if you can give us like 2 words if you experience of your college days in 2 words,
yeah,
कुछ भी अगर हो जाए like in like perfectly in
two
two
words, like
words
how I would describe in my college days, like college
Yeah,
days
in
memory.
2 words. Yeah,
Yeah.
college days in 2 words.
uh, just redemption, I would say.
Okay.
Not in although that redemption might be a bit exaggerated, like again, like I'm sorry about that, but the thing is that like in because my HS results were not that up to par actually, like for me. So then there when I enrolled into the SIT, like for the computer science, initially I was struggling, like I said. So
Mhm.
I was always thinking like, yeah, I had to get good grades actually, so that at least it would be respectable, sort of. So end of the day I made it, so that's why just it is bit satisfactory. But for some of my peers, like the main objective was like like getting a job. Some people aced it, so that's really good, but I didn't even hope for it, and end of the day I didn't get it. So I don't blame anyone or anything for that. So whatever had to happen, it happened. And so yeah, that's
So
all good.
if you want to give any message to your juniors, the
uh,
upcoming.
Yeah, like like since and then again that depends. The message would be different for the juniors depending on which semesters or which year they
So
are.
so
But
if you like for any semester as a normal like for the recent graduates for us as well as
yeah,
for
yeah,
first year students.
good, good. So the thing is that like what is the main thing I would like to say? Like since you are in the college, you won't get your college days back. So try to enjoy as much as possible, and obviously try to learn. Like the learning is the important thing. And meanwhile, if you have any objective or any goal in your life, try to do the best. So and so that's pretty much it. And now nowadays you have resources, lot of resources. And so if you need any help, like you can connect to the seniors, because
Mhm.
now networking is much more convenient. And or you can connect to your faculty. So whatever you have feel to do, you can do it easily. And but just enjoy your college days, that I would say, because once you get passed out, like it you won't get that back. No matter how much you spend, you won't get that. So
Okay, so it was like It's obvious, like the time passes and the memories just stays up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, obviously. Yeah.
so and so that's up. Thank you, sir, for joining with us. So I hope
Yeah, like I said, like don't call me sir, like
Thank you, Dada, for
yeah.
joining with us.
So yeah, no problem, no
It
problem.
was
So
our indeed pleasure to have you.
no, no problem, no problem. And it was like again, like really great, like talking to you actually. So, and I hope like you will you get placed into a good company or whatever you want to do, like maybe GATES or some competitive exams, like you get succeeded in your life. So, best of luck.